We all back with the part two. I'm actually kind of excited. Okay, what's
No
up? My
reception
bad.
meant that I couldn't call the police, and I couldn't even leave to get help from the snowstorm. I felt an intense determination in my
What did I say, bro? I told you to take your chances and book a flight out of the country.
gut. I will go through every door to try and find my baby sis. I don't care if it leads directly to hell. I kicked in every door on the top floor and saw nothing but stale beds and cobwebs. Every room was infested with different kinds of roaches or bugs that kept crawling up my pant leg or onto my arm. I was trying so hard not to throw up from the awful stench that was consuming me. I cleared every room on this floor, then got into the elevator and figured I'd head down to the first floor and see if I could find anything. The elevator light flickered and made a creepy grumbling sound. As I made my way down, I raised the metal pan, ready for anything. My adrenaline was at an all-time high because I had no idea what would be waiting for me once the elevator door opened.
Bro. Okay, predictions. I think your sister is probably gonna survive. No, I think his sister might die. Not gonna lie, because those people are weirdos, and those people are weirdos and psychopaths.
Reached the first floor, and that stupid ding went off, telling everyone that I had arrived. The doors opened, and I saw no one. I stepped out with my pan raised and slowly and carefully looked around the foyer. Nobody was around. I went behind the desk and saw the office, but no lights were on. The door was open, but there was complete darkness coming from the room. I lost my breath because I couldn't see if anyone or anything was in the room. I made my way towards the edge of the doorframe and tried to get a better look inside. I turned my cell phone light on and shined it inside. My hand trembled and I saw moving shadows, but nobody. I entered slowly and saw a locked door. I gripped onto the door handle, took a deep breath, raised my metal pan, and prepared myself for whatever might be behind it. I opened it, and as soon as the door was halfway open, a fist slammed into my face. My nose busted, and I felt blood trickling down my mouth. I took a step back to see Peter wearing brass knuckles. He was standing at the top of a staircase and yelled back down into a basement. "I told you to neutralize him and you failed. Now I'll have to do it." He didn't see the metal pan in my hands, so when he turned back to face me,
Okay, great. Wait, were you even listening?
Oh,
You haven't taken a single note this entire
sorry
night.
about that, everybody.
I cracked.
Yo!
He didn't see the metal pan in my hands, so when he turned back to face me, I
Ooh, that's aura, bro. That is actually aura.
cracked him across the face so hard that he tumbled backwards and collapsed down the stairs, completely unconscious. I followed him down and saw him splayed out at the bottom in a contorted, crooked heap. I slowly stepped down into a dark, candle-lit room. I held the pan, again, ready for whatever might confront me. My heart pounded, my palms were sweating. I made it to the bottom of the stairs and saw Peter laying on the ground and shivering. He choked up blood and clutched onto his stomach. I looked at where he was bleeding from and saw a wooden spike sticking out of his chest. He
Peter does that respectfully.
landed on some kind of a trap. You'll never get your sister back. She will become one of us, and there is nothing you can do about it. What do you mean, one of you? Who are you people? Sanguis pro sanguine, anima pro anima. What does that mean? Blood for blood, soul for soul. He took one last breath and faded away. Then I heard the loudest, blood-curdling scream I have ever heard. Ah! It did not sound human. I stepped into the basement room, my heart thumping. There were candles lit in the four corners of the room. One of them lit up a wall that was covered in pictures of people of all different ages, men, women, young, middle-aged, and old. Then my heart literally stopped when I saw a picture taken of Carly. It was at the bottom corner of the wall. She looked so terrified, and that infuriated me. My mind raced with horrendous thoughts of what her picture being here meant. Was she about to be sacrificed? Was she about to be indoctrinated into some type of cult?
Dude, you need to find a gun, put bullets in it, cock it back, and raid that whole entire hotel and take over it, clean it. But you need to take over that whole thing. Except this time make it actually good establishment. Because these people are insane.
My guts churned when I saw strange red symbols above the pictures. My throat tightened. My eyes watered from the candle smoke. Then I heard whispering voices coming from somewhere. I checked the entire room and didn't see any doors or closets or windows. The voices came down from somewhere in here. I felt along the wall for a hollow spot and came upon a soft dent in the wall. I heard a faint sound of hissing, which confused me. I punched
Yo, there might be a snake in there.
into the wall and easily broke it open. The strange, high-pitched hissing sounds grew louder. My terror amplified because I had no idea what was going to come next.
Look
I
behind
shoved
you.
some drywall out of the way to make the opening larger, knelt down so I could get a better look at what was behind the wall, and saw complete darkness through the hole. Then I grabbed one of the candles and slowly moved it towards the
I told you.
hissing. I saw strange
Wait. Is that a king cobra? Okay, get out of there right now before they actually bite you, bro. His story is crazy, bro. He's insane in that. He's insane in that.
shadows moving together and intertwining. I got down lower, held the candle closer to the hissing, and lunged back when I saw hundreds of snakes spitting and striking at me. I dropped the pan and the candle and felt a chill up my spine. Snakes started slithering and crawling right through the hole I had bashed in. They quickly slid out and surrounded me. I quickly got up and heard voices whispering from upstairs. I grabbed the metal pan, rushed to the stairs, then saw a
Snakes.
king cobra right in front of my face. I froze in terror and stayed as still as I possibly could. It bared its fangs, cocked back to bite. My breath caught because if I moved at all, it would bite me. The speed was terrifying, and the candles only illuminated its face partially. I locked in on its eyes, and the hair stood up on the back of my neck. I swung the metal pan as hard as I possibly could and whacked it across the face. It did absolutely nothing to it. It lunged at me, and I slipped to the side, making it miss me by less than an inch. Its strength was freaky. I smacked it again, rushed past it, and headed up the stairs. It tried to bite my ankle as I passed by and missed by a centimeter. I rushed up the stairs.
Wait. Dude. Wait. Yo, so king cobras are like they're extremely fast. Yo, I'm pretty sure that's a bad thing
The
though.
basement room. Someone's been watching everything, and that scream sounded like it came from a woman. I headed up and didn't see anyone. I ran into the main foyer and saw another hallway that led to an entirely new wing of the hotel. I gripped onto my metal pan and saw images of Carly in my mind. I made a promise to myself after our parents died that I would protect her at any cost, and so far, I was failing. Every minute that went by meant she was still in danger, which horrified me. I
Be heard by the
Oh
company's
my god.
conference
My
room,
bad,
then a
guys.
gym, then an old cafeteria. It looked as if no one had
Yeah, I'm gonna go 5 seconds back.
I passed
Okay.
by a conference room, then a gym, then an old cafeteria, which horrified me. I passed by a conference room, then a gym.
No, I don't know what this means.
Images of Carly in my mind.
Okay.
I made a promise to myself after our parents died that I would protect her at any cost, and so far, I was failing. Every minute that went by meant she was still in danger, which horrified me. I passed by a conference room, then a gym, then an old cafeteria. It looked as if no one had stepped into any of these rooms in a very long time. I was running out of rooms and options. I reached the end of the long hallway and hadn't seen anyone. I looked behind me and noticed a few snakes slithered away and went underneath a few closed doors. That gave me chills in the worst way. I hate snakes. I heard a loud clank at the back of the cafeteria in the kitchen. I raised my metal pan and snuck up through the cafeteria towards the entrance of the kitchen. I looked around the edge of the wall.
The scary part about that is if you got to go back into my video. So go go back into the video and please stay in my video and do it. Or you guys can go into his video. I'm not. You guys can do it if you guys want. But I really want you guys to do my section. But let's just get to the point. If almost all of those pictures, if I'm remembering correctly, almost every single one of them was a girl. And the scary part is you can't hit girls. So if they wanted to punch you, you can't do nothing about that. And I'm gonna have to make a post 3.
And heard a weird breathing sound. The lights were dim, and someone was standing in the silhouette of the doorframe.
Is that the flamethrower? Yeah, he's cooked.
I called out, "Show yourself. Come on, show yourself, you twat." Then I saw the younger-looking brother step out of the shadows and smile at me. He held the same flamethrower he had earlier in his hands. He yelled out, "Nox eterna nos devorabit," and then blasted a huge torch of flames towards me. I leaped out of the doorway and felt the heat cover my back. I slid on the floor, then felt my back and realized that the flame burned off the back of my shirt and some of the hair on the back of my head. He yelled out a guttural scream and charged towards me. My adrenaline kicked in again, and I realized that I wouldn't be able to outrun the fire. I would have to find a way to get close to him and somehow disarm the flamethrower. I grabbed a chair and hurled at him. He torched it. The wooden chair burnt to a cinder. I grabbed a small cafe table and chucked it as hard as I could at him as he kept advancing. He torched the table too. My heart was pounding and I could barely breathe from sheer terror overcoming me, and not to mention the lingering smoke. I panicked, searched for something to defend myself with as he chased me around the cafeteria and got closer and closer to me. I sprinted into the cold storage closet and shut the door behind me. I'd rather be cold than feel any more heat right now. I searched for some kind of a weapon and didn't find anything, so I climbed up a shelf and waited for him to enter. I heard the fire torch burning and exploding from outside the closet door. I gritted my teeth and thought about doing whatever I had to do to save my poor little sis. I couldn't imagine the hell she must be going through right now. I thought of my parents again and hoped that they weren't watching down from heaven at this moment. They would feel even more horrified than I feel right about now. The door burst open and he blasted a fireball into the room. I quickly covered my face and ducked away from the flame. Then there was nothing but an eerie silence. I waited, standing on the top shelf, ready to jump down and pounce. I knew I only had one chance at surprising him. The door reopened and he stepped in, aiming the flamethrower. I lost my breath, leaped down and slammed my elbow down onto the crown of his head. He dropped the torch and fell to the ground in a heap. I was on top of him and hammered my knee into the ground as I fell on top of him. I felt a shooting pain flash across my leg, but I didn't have time to feel it. I grabbed the flamethrower with one hand and grabbed the back of his rat-looking head with my other. I had him pinned, and he knew it. Wait. I'll take you to your sister. Just don't kill me. Where is she? I'll take you to her. No, tell me where she is, and I'll consider not ending you. Okay. I'll tell you exactly where she is. I'm waiting. He signaled that I come closer to his face. I did. He signaled again that I come even closer. I gritted my teeth, gripped hard onto the trigger of the flamethrower, terror consuming me. Talk, you sick bastard, talk! He pulled me in and yelled in my face. That little bitch has been sent to hell. Ha 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 ha. I saw red and felt my guts burn. I shoved the flamethrower into his mouth and ended him. How about a little barbecue, asshole? I stood up, took several deep breaths, hoping and praying that it wasn't true what he said about Carly. I gathered myself, feeling my adrenaline dump. I felt extremely fatigued and also hoped that there weren't any more of these
Dude, this was supposed. No, I'm just gonna make a post 3 and I'm gonna say at the beginning of my video. Peace.